Hi. So the First Amendment guarantees the freedom of speech. However, big tech companies such as Facebook, Twitter, Google, etc., control the social media and communication platforms that are used by most of our country's citizens. Conservative voices have been banned, canceled, suspended, and otherwise suppressed by the big tech companies. Section 230 of the 1996 Communications Decency Act says an interactive computer service can't be treated as a publisher or speaker of third party content. In your opinion, have the big tech companies overstepped their bounds, and what legislative remedies do you think are needed?
The big tech companies have absolutely 1,000% overstepped their bounds. This radical, separation of and polarization of our land and our people because of the tech companies and their leftist views have really left our country in the situation that we are in today. So Section 203 really has to be really taken back and looked at, and we have to act. I have never been a fan of this since the very beginning, from the inception of how much power these companies actually have. In my opinion, they should be treated as utility companies now, because that's seriously what they are. If you think about the communication and the power over the people that they actually have and the power that they have become utilitarian and in some cases monopolies.
I believe absolutely that the big tech companies have overstepped and overreached their authority by censoring, banning speech. I believe we need to treat these companies like we do any other place of a public accommodation. We require anti-discrimination laws and we impose those type of laws in any place of public accommodation, in housing, in public places. We should treat these big tech companies the same way and impose First Amendment restrictions on them or protections for the people that use their platforms. The idea that a board can determine what's protected speech or what speech should be allowed on their platform is ludicrous. We all know that speech is protected under the First Amendment, except for fighting words in an immediate intent to inflict. I'm sorry, I lost my train of. But there's only certain levels of protected speech that are not protected by the Constitution. Fighting words and I'm sorry, I'll get back to it. I'll think about it again. Thank you.
So big tech companies have absolutely gone beyond being platforms. They've gone into being publishers. I think what's become clear over the past number of years is we see big tech companies throttling specific users for conservative speech, or shadow banning specific users, or making it difficult for them to get their message out because of their speech, and that's been shown through a number of different sources as well as undercover interviews. And so because of that, because big tech is no longer serving as a platform but become focusing as being a publisher, those Section 230 protections should not be allowed for these big tech companies or for these social media companies. If a social media company or big tech company really actually wants to live as a platform, then that's great, but they're not doing that. And so what I want to say is I fully do believe in freedom of speech, but again, big tech and these social media companies are functioning as publishers, and they need to be held accountable as that. Thank you.